I can start a little early. Do anything else. All right. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to start working. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Get my reference image over here on the other screen. Nope. Aloha. All right, let's see. So in the interest of full disclosure, I did not draw this one. Comic Jam that we had a couple weekends ago, some young person drew that. But it is in this bookmark set for the library, and we go in the bookmark set for a free comic book day as well. But I delivered the Hawaii library sets already. There were 205 different bookmarks in a set. Artwork, I did probably 60 of them. And then other artists contributed a bunch as well. And then we have a second deadline for the 25th to get them in for the local comic shops. So these are going to local comic shop sets. I just wanted to have something a little more character. Human Torch, Warlock, Superboy, and Darkseid. So, started. Feel free to talk to me in the chat. We can talk about whatever. If you're watching something, Moonlight, or what else is on TV these days? Watched Our Flag Means Death. If you're enjoying that. We're going to be doing Comic Jam Hawaii. We do a drink and draw every Wednesday. So this Wednesday we're going to do Pirates so that I can draw some Our Flag Means Death stuff. Maybe some Yellowbeard. Not sure who else I feel like drawing. If you're on Twitter, you'll have seen me doing a bunch of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness mashups. AOS fans, I love AOS Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans, they're the best. A small but active fan base. I was making up fake Multiverse of Madness posters with AOS characters in them. That's kind of fun. So this is like, you see on these three, I used black to outline the ink, but I didn't want the black to be overpowering when I did the Human Torch. So I did the main outline with, I think that's, what color is that? You can see wine. So like a kind of a red Copic multi-liner. And the rest of it is sepia. Just so when I go over it, black would be too harsh for the Human Torch. And it'd be hard to recover and knock them back. I've got kind of like three colors. So this is the medium color. And I've got a darker orange and a yellow. And kind of lay the mediums down first. I'm kind of using where I put the hash marks. Where to put the orange, the medium orange. And then some artistic license beyond that. Music is too loud, all right? Let me see. I can. How's that? Let me still hear it? I'm getting old. My hearing's not as good as it used to be, so I probably have it louder than it should be. Now, to the flames, I want to keep some of the paper white in there. It's easier than trying to come back and drop white on top with either paint or correction pen. But you want to have some white in the flame to give it that heat. All right, so that works for you. Thank you, Komishar Humor. I'm saying that right? Komishar. Anything in particular you'd like to talk about? So I just got to color bookmarks, so I figure I might as well do it here. The shows I've been watching lately, and really enjoyed Our Flag Means Death. It is a very, I'm gonna say it's the gayest show I've seen in years, and I don't mean that in a bad thing. I knew it was a comedy. I knew it was a pirate comedy. I didn't know it was a super gay pirate comedy, but it works really well. Probably should have left some white in the cheeks. This side. Even though he's his own light source, artistically you have to kind of still put in a light source. Acidic penguin. Those look cool. All right, well, thank you, sir, ma'am, they, them, whatever you go by. So I'm just killing time. Trying to get these done for Free Comic Book Day. And then the third weekend, the weekend of the 22nd, I guess. Yeah, 22nd will be Hawaii-Con here in Hawaii. So I need to start getting some stuff ready for that. I mean, I have inventory, but it's the one thing about the pandemic. I'm going into this convention with more inventory than I've had in 2 years, ever, in any convention ever. Because I don't do prints, so it's all original art. So all the stuff I've been drawing for the last 2 years is going in my inventory. I hope that goes well. On our boat tabling. Sir, all right, acidic penguin, thank you. Sorry, I gotta force myself to look up so I can see the comments. I'm not a professional streamer by any means. Should be, go back to the reference. Yes, the outside is yellow, the white is in the center. It feels like my yellow is dying. Like I said, though, it's because he's organic. I can have like spots in there, white. So even though it's dying, it'll kind of splotchy in areas. I think it'll work. I think it'll still work. The problem is going to be when I scan it. The printer I use to print the bookmarks tends to print kind of light, so I can worry that this yellow will drop out to white. I hope that's not the case, but it is a concern. So what are you all up to tonight? I haven't done a Twitch stream in a couple of weeks. Way behind the power curve. And this pen is definitely dying on me. while inking the wedge in. Get that at least. Post stream, I'll fill it unless I need to use it for something else in another one. I have most of my colors I have refill inks for. Hey, Brett. Arctic Pencils. There's Sandy. Yeah, Sandy, I'm working on more bookmarks. You want to hop in and do something? Arctic Penguin's working on his book. Cool. What kind of book you working on? And Brett is alive. I haven't seen Brett in a while. Last time I talked to Brett, he was on the way to go camping. He started working on a comic book, and haven't heard from him in a while. How is everything? Oh, I can. Let's see. I'll post to Twitch. Sandy, I'll put the link in Twitch if you want to come in. And Brett's in Guam for work. Okay. How long can I ask how long you're in Guam for? Or is it G14 classified or whatever? Brett and I both work for the government, but my job doesn't let me travel. I work in a graphic shop. I'll probably have to use some orange around the tip of the flame to end up help pop out. Working, I think we're getting there. So this is the medium orange. I'm just going to try and do a real thin line around the inside of the flames. And then come back in with the yellow again, thicken up. Just stroke around the edge of the flames. I think I'm losing the edge of the flames, especially inside the body. Scheduled to come home the beginning of next month. All right, Brett. Been there for a month. How you liking it? I went to Guam once when I was in the Navy. Well, actually a couple times. It's weird how like the base is like on the other side of the island from everything else. And I don't know how it is nowadays, but you know, at that time, you went into the touristy part of Guam because they catered to like Japanese tourists, and they had a lot of gun shops. Like you go in and like indoor shooting ranges. But I guess the guns being harder to get your hands on in Japan, people like to come shoot, and then a lot of porn and guns. So Guam had a lot of porn and guns when I was there. Markets will cater to the tourist market. So you are on the base side, away from the tourist side. So it's about a 20-minute drive. Lots of titty bars. That's what Brett says. Nice to know some things never change. Let's see. This is a darker orange. So I got to use this pretty sparingly because it'll overpower everything else. I thought I could come in and bump up some of the Copic lines just a tad and give it a third layer of color. Subtle, but I think it works. Let's see. Oh, he says he's in Tuman, which is a 20-minute drive to work. Okay. Brett, you want to come in so it's easier to talk? You don't have to type it all out. You don't have to draw. Company's always welcome. Randomly put in some of this on the flames to give it some body. Posted a link on Twitch side. Here's anybody on the Facebook side. There's the link. I don't post a link on YouTube anymore unless people ask. YouTube tends to be a crap crowd. Probably till I get these done, Sandy. Sandy's asking how long I'll be drawing. So, got these 4 to color. And then I've got some other ones I can draw, but I don't have to. So I've done over 60 bookmarks this year. I think this will take me to like 70 total bookmarks for this year's free comic book day, which is, I can say I've done my share. I don't think I have anything to feel ashamed about as far as the amount of output I put. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Sandy. Sandy's saying, "Wow, I did a lot." It's a group effort, but this is part of my military. You know, I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything I wouldn't be willing to do myself. So you have to, kind of lead by example. So if I'm going to put out there that we're doing bookmarks or whatever the event is, in this case, bookmarks, I'm going to make sure that I do my fair share so people don't think I'm just trying to abuse them. And I'll never ask you guys to do anything I'm not going to do myself. It's a pretty subtle effect, but I think it adds quite a bit. Doing the 3 layers, and come up closer for you guys. I don't think I got an answer on what kind of book it was. I'll go back to Acidic Penguin. Sorry, I said, what am I saying? Arctic. My eyes must be tired. Acidic Penguin. What kind of book are you working on? If you got a link or anything you'd like to plug, shoot it in there. I can promote here too. I think we need to do anything else. I think that works pretty well. We have a medium orange though, and put some accents around the 4. See, he's in Hawaii. He's giving the shaka. All right. Darren says good mix of colors on the unicorns. Thank you, Darren. All right. Warlock's going to be a tough one. If you're not familiar with Warlock, he's mostly a silhouette with like accents of color. So most of this is going to be black. And then like where I left pinstripes, I'll come in with a paint pen. Actually, I'd probably do the paint pen first. Or not. Oh, how do I want to attack this? And I didn't draw him nearly as crazy as Bill Sienkiewicz does. But like he doesn't. When Sienkiewicz draws him, there's no consistency. It's cool as hell, but the character is different from panel to panel to panel. All right, so I got some reference up. All right, let's see. I guess these things just to go for it. Doing all black. Try to remember to leave the lines that need to be bright. They're not going to be white, it'll be like a yellow kind of. I could get a thicker pen, but I'm afraid I'd close up my lines accidentally. Well, I have like white ink and white paint. It's harder to blend them in. Darren had a question in the Comic Jam group the other day about, doing large areas of black, whether you use ink or digital. And these days, I mean, unless you're planning to sell the original artwork, I do it with digital. But unfortunately, I sell my original bookmarks, even though I scan them in for the printed sets. So I can't rely on the digital black, the digital inking. This would be a good candidate for digital inking if I could, though. It's just going to be a lot of black and a lot of what I call trapping. Like I already, that line should have gone all the way through. I just closed up a line that I didn't mean to. Be a little careful. That's why I'm not using a bigger brush, too. Acidic Penguin says, I want to get a drink. Oh, no worries, man. You gotta apologize. I'm happy to have anybody hanging out with me. Acidic Penguin is working on a psychological thriller. So one that messes with your mind. All right. Is that like an M. Night Shyamalan kind of psychological thriller, or give me an example of something that would like be in the spirit of the book you're writing? Something I might be more familiar with. Now the yellow, I think I'll probably use a paint pen for the yellow, so that gives me some opportunity. Because when I drew this, I accidentally inked in like the cross marks. There should be a black line right here, for example, or right here. So hopefully the yellow paint pen will be opaque enough to cover up some of the smaller blacks where I didn't want hard lines. And then I'll also get a little more loose with adding stuff that I didn't draw in. So it has more of that kinetic energy that Sienkiewicz uses when he draws the character. But he's not trying to imitate anybody. I'm trying to emulate Sienkiewicz. He just is Sienkiewicz. So. In a way, yes, like his stuff. He's talking about the M. Night Shyamalan of it all there. So the psychological thriller is kind of like that kind of stuff. Cool. I'm going to take something here and get a little parched. I feel like I'm drinking from the baby block, even though it's just like thick ass straw. The pen I'm using is a Pomoji brush pen. Fude something. I like these because the ink is resistant to marker and watercolor. I made the mistake the other day of drawing with I forgot other brush pen. Throw it away because I was so mad. No, this thing, the Koi colored brush pen, and this is nice, but it's water based. So when I went over it with watercolor, yep, it started picking up the ink. So this one's not watercolor friendly. It was pretty friendly with the alcohol markers though. So I thought I was gonna be safe. So when I was working on Thirst Trap Iro, I cleaned it up quite a bit, but I used that brush pen for like the outlines on the arms, the body, and then when I went with this yellow, you probably see a little bit of smudge. It started bleeding into the water. Hate that. I don't have a lot of black, but I've got enough. This is a brand new pen. So that's more than enough ink in this to do Warlock. It's just that I've got to be pretty controlled about it so that I don't screw up my artwork. So I think you guys can kind of see. Let me try and bring in one of those parts where like I accidentally closed it up. So usually white just to come on. These gel pens are nice when they work. Boy, they're finicky. These areas where I accidentally closed it up a bit too much. Put that back in with the white. Acidic Penguin just got accepted into a writing academy. What kind of writing academy would that be? At college level, professional level? I'm not sure what the. Like the other people here, Darren has a comic book that he makes. You can see that's his character actually in the thumbnail or his profile icon. And then who else is here? Sandy. Sandy doesn't have a book out yet, I don't think, but she does animations. Brett has a comic book that he's worked on, and I think he's also still working on a new one. I think he was doing alternating, what do you call them? Variant covers for a comic, for a small indie. I haven't done any comic art yet. I have ghosted. I've done like pencil breakdowns for a friend of mine just to give him some options. He has a very distinct style and pacing for action. So having me pencil a couple pages for him, just make like mixed it up a bit from his normal style. This character's going to take the longest by far tonight, I think, just because of the tight nature of coloring and everything. The other thing I could do, I'm not sure how well it would work though. I could go like with the gel pen and do all the piping, and then just go over the whole thing, and that would leave it. I think that would leave it like subtle enough. I'm just going to try. I'll show you what I mean here. Can't tell if things going down. I'm not getting enough ink in there in the white. So right now I'm just getting, probably can't even see it on camera. I can see there's a difference in the ink. There's a black line going through here. But that would look terrible on camera, I think. We'll just stick with the way we're going. Here, the Writing Academy, Writing Fairy Academy, full of writers wanting to be authors. It's ran by authors. It's also a community full of writers to help each other out and give tips on how to improve and get feedback. All right. So, is there teaching going on? Because if it's full of aspiring authors, it's run by authors. Okay, there it is, run by authors. Are they working professionals, the authors? Like, and is it book writing? Is it screenwriting? Is it script writing? I know it all sounds like writing, but I know they are different skill sets. Strange as that may sound. Come on, gel pen. Trying to keep the gel pen tipped down just to keep the. me grab my. Let's see how much control do I need with that. Too much juice, not enough paper. Let's see. So the Fairy writing Fairy Academy. Any type of writing that you want to do, so they have professionals for each type that helps you. That's cool. I'm not a writer. Let's see. So we'll come in and we'll add a few extra strokes. And that'll also help show where the tips are that I don't have. That gives you more idea what the character looks like when he's colored in. Anyway, back to the grind. At least I can, I can keep them in there roughly. You can see the yellow was opaque enough to cover up the lines. So, and also help cover up some of the mistakes where I accidentally fill or plug in lines where I didn't want to. So, Acidic Penguin, this book you're writing, is it a short story, novella? Like, how many words you shooting for? There's an author I follow over on Twitter. She tries to write a couple thousand words a day. It just baffles and amazes me at the same time. I try to make this thing look like it's glowing. So when I put the paint down, I'm gonna end up like smearing a little bit to have it go over to black, but not be fully opaque. We've been doing these bookmark things for Free Comic Book Day for, I want to say, since 2017. Could be longer than that. 2017 sounds right. 5 or 6 years? 7 years. Long enough that, people have come to expect them each year, the people that go to the comic shops and the libraries. And we actually have people, like, just like they will for comic books themselves, they'll hit up different stores and different locations to try and get the bookmarks they want. Because we only give like one of each. Even though there's over 200 in a set, there's only one of each. So just to give you some idea, like, bookmarks I've drawn, these are 2 years worth, but these are all bookmarks hand drawn. Got more, but I've got a few hundred. Those will be in my inventory for Kawaii Con. So this is torso, that's finger. Break on the black for the head, come back into the paint pen. I picked up these paint pens from a Facebook ad, got them through Amazon. These acrylicos. They're cheap paint pens, but I've really been impressed with how well they work for a cheap set of pens. You still here? Wonder, should I? The paint pen. Most of that's paint pen. Teeth are actually white. It's kind of not good for some kind of orange. Music stopped. Let's see. Another. Oh, that was upbeat music. Try synthwave. Crazy ass looking characters. Sikevich was thinking of when he came up with this character. It's been late 80s, early 90s, I think, when he came out. This is actually an arm coming out the back. Kind of rough, but I think I can get away with it because he's supposed to be crazy looking anyway. It's definitely got that going for him. Yeah, making progress, I think. If the background is just a solid color, maybe with some action lines. So kind of sell this glow look. Same thing over on this side. So this one I've got to do after I put that one up the background color is so that the yellow goes over it. Darren saying one thing you learned from the art of comic book inking is using the varying line weight to indicate light direction. And it's certainly a technique. There's so many different techniques, so it's hard to say any one of them is like the proper technique. Kind of boils down to whatever works for you at some point. But yeah, varying line weights it's a good way to give. Like I was using a fixed width pen for like the Superboy. So this one has a more drafting look to it, where there's not very much line weight. And I'll do a lot of my work with the markers to give it the form. Whereas Darkseid is drawn kind of in the curvy style. And that one I did use varying line weight. So you can see there's, thick and thin lines and the reflections and stuff. And, just comparing these two, the line art drawings, this one has more vibrancy to it because of the varying line weight. Whereas this one looks more like it's drafted. And that's, I think it's like what Darren's talking about. Like, say you have a light source coming from this direction, and you just quickly see. So you have like a hand there. And get the light coming from this side. So you would use thinner lines at the top where the light's coming from, and then heavier lines at the bottom where the lines would be actually in shadow. So you're creating line weight shadows with the line weight. So let's say we come in thin here and work our way to a thicker line like that. And then this one would be, this is away from the light, so this line would all be thicker. Top of the hand where it's in the light, be thinner lines. So that's kind of a rough idea. Use the thin and thick lines to help provide your light source, directional light source. It look like Warlock. Having the yellow in there helps. Blacks. Trying to make sure I've got pigment in the tip and not just carrier, not just fluid. The other parts I want to put in. Settle the shape. This whole head stuff up here is just chaotic, so it doesn't have to be too precise. Let's put kind of a pink or a purple kind if you want them. Let's try that. Because of the yellow, you get the purple to offset the yellow. I think works pretty well. The complementary colors. And this is a color B20. It's not a real dark purple, but enough to offset the character. And then I'll come with the darker purple, I think, to do like the action lines kind of. Pull off some ink. Come with the B17. Oh well. that obviously kind of stems from between his eyes, so I'll try and keep that in mind when I'm adding in more action lines. So kind of imaginary lines stemming from between his eyeballs. Now, I could use a ruler, but that just slow me down. That's just to help pop the character out. Doesn't make any real sense. Just better contrast. Make this all dark purple down here. Now this area right here is going to be covered up by the logo when we print it, so I don't have to do too much about that. Just have to keep in mind for the original that I sell. So like I said, I gotta get the glow here. You see how I wanted to make sure I had the background color in before I tried to put that glow in there. The walls are coming with a little bit of white. Get like highlights and the glows. Strange techniques, right? Now, get my gel pen to work. I can come in and put some highlights in those glows. Come on, Finn. Can you work for me? Do it with a white pencil. Let me sharpen my pencil real quick. Do this so I have more tip to work with on the pencil. These pencil heads are so soft. nice yellow. Add some more variety in the colors. Put some of this orange in some of the yellow areas. Put in this band, and that helps separate the torso from the thumb and the hand. All right, it's not quite as chaotic as Mr. Sienkiewicz would do, but it's got some of that manic energy to it. Let's see, I still want some brighter white. I'm going to use a correction pen. The problem with the correction pen is it's harder to control the point. But just want some of this to be more visible. I'm trying to be careful because the correction pen can get out of hand real quick. Sorry to keep rotating it around, but I have to be able to get the paper to a position where I can make the lines. Warlock. I think that works. Making progress on the Superboy. I may come back in and add some more weird detail to Warlock. For now, keep moving. And I did mess up on drawing him on his glove. I originally had like what would you call him, the pleat kind of look on the back, but it's actually an open back, so that should be his hand showing through. I don't know what we'll do about that, but we'll see what we can do. All right, I need yellowish orange. My reference, make sure I got the colors in the right spot. And this is actually darker than I thought, but it's okay because it's going right next to the red of the S, so it should tend to pop it back out, make it look lighter. Time's up now, 8:44. Yeah. Right. I guess shoot away the shiny. He's out. Am I back? I don't know what happened to my connection there. I think I'm back. Yeah? Okay. Sandy, can you see me? I looked up and my screen had gone black in the stream. I don't know what happened. My connection lost, but it didn't drop me out all the way. It just dropped my camera feed. I went back and checked my virtual camera. It was still running fine. So I refreshed, and that actually created an instance, a second instance of me in the studio, which eventually went away. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Now, my son works for the cable company now, so we have the business class internet. And that's turquoise. This should be red here. Shouldn't be getting the problem. I've got to buy some more nibs. Andy says the audio was cutting out, and then I went blank. Well, sorry about that. Wasn't intentional. This nib is just about done. It's not supple anymore. I probably abused it. Some things you shouldn't do with markers, like going over pencils. I've done occasionally. Pencils, you see how this got black in the tip? That's That's probably what happened to that one. The graphite's not good for the nibs. You see, I'm trying to use a clean area with a brush, but I think I started at the top. They have to strokes would be harder to hide at the top than they will be down here. Set that one off to the side so I know to mess with that later. How bright is this one? It's too bright. There's a lot of 14 there. This is kind of an orangish red, but it should help cover up the streaks left by the bad nib. And it's a slightly more vibrant red. Darn shame, because R14 is my favorite red. But you work with what you got. Maybe this weekend I can sneak down to Hawaiian Graphics and pick up some new nibs. When I go to the convention, I'm still debating whether I want to take my markers at all or whether I just want to travel with my watercolors and pencils. I have better control and more experience with the markers, but I got 2 sets of 72 in the Copics, carrying case full of refill inks. It gets kind of unwieldy at a table, whereas a watercolor kit doesn't take up much room. A bag of pencils doesn't take up much room. And I've spent, a lot of time over the last 2 years working with watercolors, trying to get better with those, so that I could travel with them. One of the things I got to get, special paper. I have special paper, but you can't do the watercolors very well on regular cardstock like this. Peeking up to see if I still got camera. See, Sandy, you should have come in with me. Alright. Turquoise blue. Let's see what we got. That's a layer. Like that one. Let's go with that. A little brighter than I wanted. It's a character I've drawn Superboy before, but never with this outfit. I've drawn a Superboy in the classic Superman looking outfit. The base flesh tone now, he's a Caucasian, so I'll use the YR000. Hey, Reed. Reed says hello, or says yo. Yo, Reed. What's up, Reed? I've been liking Reed's posts. We're getting closer to convention, so Reed's been posting up his artwork, which doesn't do a lot unless it's time for convention. Reed does some great stuff. That's me flash. That's me flash. That's me flash. That's it. The jacket we're gonna do warm grays or cool grays. I like the cool gray look. Let's see. Read streams more than I do, though. So if you like watching art, you can catch Reed more on streams. He may not post what he draws, but you can watch him make it. There's Sandy.
Hey.
Howdy, Sandy. How are you doing tonight?
Oh. Okay.
Let me put my headphones in so we don't get the possible feedback. Now you guys won't hear the background music, but probably just as well.
You gonna come in and draw too, Reed? It's National Anime Day.
It's tax day. Nobody wants a reminder of that, though, do they? Got my taxes done. Got your taxes done? You all set?
No, I still have to fix 2019. We filed and they never gave us our tax return for that year.
Mm. You do your taxes yourself, or do you use a preparer?
It depends. I think that year we did them online.
Yeah, we've been using the same tax prepper for 10 years now. So we're pretty good about getting everything in.
Do you have to do a lot of extra stuff for like art sales and stuff, or?
Not a lot extra, but I mean they know what they're doing, so I don't have to think about it. I just give them the numbers and they do it. Warm gray for that, but we'll use cool gray for the hair, the base color. Reed saying he posted my anime. Oh, the work he did. You ever go and watch Reed streams, Sandy?
Yeah, I watch him sometimes.
He streams more than I do. He's also usually streaming while I'm asleep.
Yeah, it's definitely like nighttime hours here too. Real late. But if I'm awake, I'll hop in and watch them.
It's like I either see the notices for his streams like the next morning or as I'm going to bed, and I can't do it.
I watched him do that last commission he drew, and that was pretty cool.
Same thing for you though, because you live odd hours too.
Yeah.
We're like you should be in bed right now. What is it? Let's see, 9. It's
2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 in the morning for you, right?
Yeah.
That's not normal.
It's the quietest time for me to draw because my kids are sleeping.
wear two boys' glasses in this outfit. Make sure they're tinted. It doesn't matter. I can wear whatever color I want, I guess. Ooh, stop yawning, Michael. Yeah, I think we can pretty much whatever color I want. Sure, I'm gonna make them purple.
You're gonna go all the way till the deadline for bookmarks?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think because I got still got to do stuff for convention and I got commissions I got to work on. So this will probably be one of the last sets of bookmarks. I have some others kind of sketched out, but the only other thing I need to do is like this. I told people sketch a bookmark for me and I'll do the rest. So Irwin, Kalani, and who did this one? Who did that one? Montoya did that one. Kalani. Who did the Gundam? I think that might have been Elmer. $95 for some. Mhm. So what are you working on, Sandy?
I will make some more, but it's gonna be like a fruit basket set. So we got done. The anime for the zodiac signs.
What's that for?
I'm gonna make another set of bookmarks.
Oh, you're doing bookmarks too. You don't have to do bookmarks. You don't have to do bookmarks here. I had this to finish, so I'll do it here. Let's see. We'll make the headphones match the jacket. That was W6. Excuse me. Is he still here?
Was he on Facebook or Twitch?
Oh, he's watching on Twitch,
Oh man.
where he was.
I started watching on Twitch, but that was cutting out more than Facebook was.
I'm on YouTube also.
Maybe I'll try that next time. It's weird. Like anytime I try to watch anyone on Twitch, it's constantly buffering.
Yeah, my Twitch works fine on a computer. Like if I'm on the computer I'm on right now, I can watch Twitch. But if I try to watch on my phone or any kind of mobile device,
Yeah, I was on my phone and then I came upstairs and got on the computer because it was just.
yeah, I don't, yeah. Twitch doesn't seem to like mobile devices.
It makes no sense. Hmm. Oh, I knew it started with
Randy at work, or is he at home with you?
work, work. Oh, I like the character. Mm.
Red is dying, so here. Are you doing anything for Free Comic Book Day there where you're at?
No.
Why not? Free comic books. Can't beat the price.
I haven't been to a comic book store in a long time. Think you lost your music loop when you cut out?
No, I put my headphones in, so there's no sense
Oh,
playing it.
because you'll
And I can put on the background music from StreamYard. That help?
Are you gonna color the Pikachu more, or you're done with that one?
Well, I didn't actually do the Pikachu.
Oh, okay, I like it's so light.
Yeah. So this one's already done. It's in the set. Didn't scan well, but I don't know. But I had a whole, I had a sheet, rest of the sheet to do. So I was just going to make a few more. Just give them some color. Reed, are you working on something?
He said no, StreamYard music.
Did you hear the music? I put some StreamYard background music on. I just got the volume down really low. He says you're working on some gallery pieces.
How many galleries do you guys have down there?
I think he's talking about for the auction. For the
Oh, okay. I got one, like a fancy gallery.
but there's a few art galleries. It's just not my crowd. I don't run in the art gallery scene. I'm not that sophisticated. He said not the auction. Okay, so what gallery are you talking about, Reed? He did mean gallery, but I'm not sure what gallery. Let's see. It's blue, purple, gray. What the hell? Depends on who's gone. Let me go to Kirby. Kirby, pretty gray, and then the pale blue. Okay, we can work with that. Let's see. Get C1 for base. The nice thing about these craggy guys too, you don't have to be too particular. Like drawing zombies, you can, the color's not quite right. It doesn't matter because they're messed up looking anyway. Okay, so that's blue. That's gray. His arms aren't showing. A little bit of neck right there. And then a pale blue. This one goes so much quicker than the other ones did. Big areas, basic colors. How your kids doing?
Oh, it drove me crazy today. We still have virtual stuff, like, I don't know, out the blue every month. They do a virtual day where they don't send them to school for some reason still. So they had to do classes at home today. I don't know why they're doing that. It's not fun. And we just
My
had some of the districts just had a bunch of weeks off because the teachers went on strike for their pay. So they have to make those days up too.
pale pink. Hint of the reflection of the. What do you call these things? Omega beams? I think that's what Darkseid calls us. Mayday Gallery display, Reed said. I'm not sure what the Mayday Gallery display is. Where's that at, Reed? What venue? I contacted him. He didn't ask. It's Mayday Gallery. Okay. Maybe he's doing gallery work. But he doesn't know where the gallery is. How does that work? Mayday Gallery.
Is it in the state or is it out of state?
I don't know. See if I can find something. Because, like, May Day is a big event, a big thing here in Hawaii. May Day is Lay Day, I don't know if that's related to this or not. Yeah, so there's a Hawaii thing. May Day is Lay Day. Pencil. You know what pirate you're going to draw for the pirate stream?
I don't know.
I'm going to do the Steed and Blackbeard couple. I figured I could have them like holding hands, like in the middle, and then cutlasses in their opposite hands. Still trying to figure out how I want to visualize it. I have an idea in my head. Uh-oh. And then all right, I actually think I'm done. Done for the night. 2-hour stream, not too bad, right?
Yeah, for 4 of them.
Well, I had the drawings done already. I just had to do the coloring. So, here we are. And the Pikachu drawn by some random kid that sat down with us.
What new ink are you trying, Reed?
He just got some new ink. We got was it the carbon black or the platinum black or the, I forget which one he said he got, or was waiting for it to come in. That's why I talked to him. Reed's an ink aficionado. I just kind of use whatever I've got available. if I ink. I'm pretty happy with this one. Which one is this? This is the carbon ink. I think Reed recommended this. He's trying Rachmaninoff.
There's a long name for an ink.
That is a Renaissance musician, isn't it? Beethoven and Rachmaninoff. The Zig Super Black. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. It's a Russian ink. Supporting Russia, are you, huh? I see how you are. I stand with Ukraine. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night. Sandy, thanks for hopping in. Reed, thanks for hanging out.
All right. Oh, see you on Wednesday.
Take care.
Night.
Aloha.
Aloha.